Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. I'm trying to find my music, y'all. Hold on one second here. I only got one song I can play that I can't get a copyright strike for, so that's what I'm looking for. Everything else I play, boy, they give me a copyright strike. Now I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with that junk. Um, what kind of day? How's your day so far, everybody? I hope everybody had every day above ground is a good day, regardless to what's going on in your life. If you're alive and you got your health and you got your right frame of mind, count yourself blessed, man. Regardless of what you're going through, count yourself blessed. Cause it's a whole lot of people out here don't have that. Their minds are going. You see it every day. These people get out here and get on these crazy uh, gimmicks and stuff that they want to do, and everybody trying to do it. Today I saw a lady, black lady, come down to the White House with her suitcase, and she got a big sign on her chest about Citibank. They holding see somebody, and that's what's wrong with us, man. We always want something for nothing. But anyway, uh, don't second guess. Don't question your intuition. If your intuition tell you to do something, you need to put yourself in the mind frame and discipline, even if you don't understand what you're doing, do it anyway. Okay? Cause your intuition is that little small still voice. It ain't gonna make a whole bunch of noise and try to distract, get your attention. I just gonna come in and whisper, do this. And see, you got, and most of y'all got so many voices in your head that's trying to be the default voice that you don't know what your intuition voice sound like. You have no idea what the voice of your intuition sounds like. And it has a voice. And see, and I tell a lot of these young fathers that I see sometimes out in the street with their kids. I mean, especially if they real small. I'm like, man, get your voice in that baby's head. Talk to that baby in your sleep, in his sleep or her sleep. See, because when you talk to children in their sleep, it goes in one ear and it's stuck. When they're awake, it goes in one ear and out the other. But when they sleep, it goes in there, man, and your voice is in their head. And you notice when you be talking to your kid, they'll be sound asleep and they'll just be nodding. You say, do you understand? And they'll be nodding. Yeah, I understand. Okay, and then next morning got the nerve to ask you, was you in my room last night? No, man, what you talking about? Oh, no, I wasn't in your room. I sleep. I ain't got time to be fooling with you. and for the next 2 or 3 nights, they're gonna be looking for you. See, so give them a break. You know, just catch them about 3, 4, 5 days later, and they'll be sound asleep again, and you can go back in there and start talking to them. Okay, that's how you do that. But man, don't ever second guess or question. And here's how you know the difference. All right, When your intuition talks to you, it ain't gonna tell you nothing harmful to do. Let me say that again. When your intuition talks to you, it ain't gonna tell you to do nothing negative. Okay? Everything your intuition tell you to do is gonna be positive. It's not gonna be negative. Now, if a negative idea come to you, that ain't the voice of God. That's some of them other voices in your head that want to be the default voice, that want you to listen to. And some people, unfortunately, listen to that stuff. And had a nerve to give God credit for it. God ain't got nothing to do with that. God ain't gonna tell you to go out here and sleep with somebody else's spouse. That somebody else's spouse is gonna be your spouse. God ain't gonna tell you that. God ain't gonna tell you that. And you got some people out here swear up and down. God told me. Now it wasn't God. Okay? So and sometimes you're not gonna even understand why you should do what you should be doing. But you just go with it. You don't. I remember, the same voice that told me truth conductor is the same voice that told me stop hating each other because you disagree. You know that message is over 4 years old, and it's just now people are starting to recognize it. And I've been out there 4 years with that message. And it's finally clicking for people. After 4 years, it's finally clicking. You see, and like I said, I know the voice that told me that I did. So I'm going down with the ship. I mean, if God tell me, sometimes it is, how people treat you can be kind of discouraging. But I know without a doubt the hand of God is on the idea of me playing national anthems down in front of the White House. I know without the shadow of a doubt that God's hand is on that idea. And sometimes, man, people will use up my creativity, love my idea, and look at my bucket and just walk away. Like I ain't supposed to benefit from my own creativity. If it's positive, I'm not supposed to benefit from it. I'm supposed to give it away. But in the meantime, I can put "Let's Go Brandon" on a sign, which means F Joe Biden, and can get rich overnight. If I wanted to divide people, I can get rich overnight. But trying to bring people together, you're gonna suffer. You see, so along with not questioning your intuition, man, you got to insulate yourself from discouragement. Because that's going to be the next biggest challenge that you have. If you jump on an idea, not to get discouraged. See, because fear is designed to talk you out of your ideas. Let me say that again. See, fear is designed to talk you out of your ideas. There are a whole lot of people that had $1 million, $1 billion ideas, and they let fear talk them out of it because they couldn't see how they were going to manifest it. They couldn't see how they were going to be able to do it. And they started second guessing themselves. And see, that's when you start questioning your intuition. Okay? All right? And if you believe in yourself and you believe in your idea, man, you ain't just gonna take and throw the towel in like that. No. No, you're gonna be doing whatever you could to make that idea work. Okay? And see, and this is one thing I'll tell anybody. Man, if you are a creator, you create some ideas. Even if it's just having it on paper. Create it. So, see, rising tide raise all ships. So, if you ever happen to hit a high tide, which means some money coming into your life, see, now you got some ideas that can grow that money. See, a lot of people, when they come across wealth, they become consumers because they don't have any ideas that they could use to take that money and multiply it. You see, you go back to the talents. You know, God gave one guy 5 talents, gave one guy 3 talents, and gave one person 1 talent. You know, or matter of fact, let me tell the story right. Hold on. I can't mess that up. I can't mess that up. Let me tell it to you right. Hold on. Let me find out where this story in the Bible is about talents. Because I want to show you something. Everybody dreams. Hold on a second, y'all. Everybody at least once in their life sees themselves accomplishing something great. The problem is, life is full of obstacles. It's designed to be that way. And if you put enough in certain people's way. Okay, let's find out where it is. And stop trying. You don't want to be one of those people. You gotta hold on. No, that's not right. Sometimes you make plans and they don't work out at all. Here we go. Matthew 25. Okay. Here we go. Matthew 25. And I'm looking for 14 through 30. All right. Okay, here go the parable of the talents. Here it is right here. Listen to this. For the kingdom of heaven is like a man traveling to a far country who called his own servants and delivered his goods to them. And to one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to each according to his own ability. Listen to me. Listen to this. And to one he gave 5 talents, and to another 2, and to another 1, to each according to his own ability. In other words, you can't be stuck on stupid and think God gonna bless you with some money for you to be even more stupid. Because this man gave out the talents according to their ability. Matter of fact, let me read it to you what it say in the Message Bible. It goes this way. It's also like a man going off on an extended trip. He called his servants together and delegated responsibilities. To one, he gave $5,000. To another, 2,000, and a third 1,000, depending on their abilities. Okay? There's no way the one that he gave $1,000 to, he was going to give 5 according to his abilities. And notice you always start at the top and work your way down. Okay? And this is the thing that sometimes when God bless people with some money, they become consumers. Okay, let me show you. Then he who had received the 5 talents went and traded with them and made another 5 talents. And likewise, he who had received 2 gained 2 more also. Okay? Wow. Wow. That's who's sleeping with your woman. A nigga. That's who's sleeping. That's who is being between the legs of your woman. A nigga. And you footing the bill. And you footing the bill. And a nigga is between the legs of your woman. Okay? And his mama. Damn, I ain't want to go that far, but you're right. Between your woman and your mama. That's what's between the legs of the women in your life. Now, and I'm gonna leave it up there I'm gonna leave it up there because I know you something, and I think I know who this is. I think I know who this is. You messed up. You told on yourself. And I think I know who this is. That's why I ain't upset. I think I know who this is. But anyway, likewise, he who had received 2 gained 2 more also. But he who had received 1 went and dug in the ground and hid the Lord's money. And after a long time, the Lord of those servants came and settled accounts with them. Now listen to this. So he who had received 5 talents came and brought 5 other talents, saying, Lord, you delivered to me 5 talents. Look, I have gained 5 more talents beside them. And see, and this is the person that's thinking. See, you ain't gonna come up with no ideas if you're scared to think. If you're scared to be creative, you're not coming up with no ideas. See, the only thing you can come up with is some bullshit like this John Stevens here. See, that ain't nothing creative about calling somebody a nigga. What's creative about that? And just like the atmosphere, that's what he putting into the atmosphere, that's what's coming, that negative energy is coming back. Because that's as creative as you can be. That shows you your creativity right there. That's all you got coming, buddy. And you're going to mess around and you're going to pass something off to your children. Keep on playing with it. Okay. Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord. He who also received 2 talents came and said, Lord, you delivered to me 2 talents. Look, I have gained 2 more talents beside them. His Lord said, well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of the Lord. Then he who had received 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. Now the excuses are coming. And I was afraid. Listen. And I was afraid. See, I told you fear is designed to make you ignore your ideas. Okay? I was afraid and went and hid your talent in the ground. Look, there you have what is yours. But his Lord answered and said to him, you wicked and lazy servant. You knew where I reap, where I had not sown and gathered, where I have not scattered seed. So you ought to deposited my money with the bankers, and at my coming, I would have received back my own with interest. And see, and this is what I'm trying to show y'all, man. Sometimes when people come into a blessing, they ain't got nothing to grow it with. See, they bury it in the ground or they consume it because they don't have anything to expand. Man, when you get an idea, man, that's an expansion because behind that idea is a whole lot of other ideas. An idea is nothing but a door. That's all an idea. When your intuition give you an idea, it's giving you a door. Now, depending on what voices you listening to, gonna determine what's behind this door. And sometimes they're detours, sometimes they're dead ends, okay, roadblocks, and you got to figure it out. You have to figure it out. And that's what most folk get frustrated because they ain't trying to figure it out. They ain't trying to hang in there. Because the easiest thing in the world to do is quit. Let me say that again. One of the easiest things in the world to do is quit, give up. Because you don't see how it's going to pan out. And because you can't see how it's going to pan out, you don't trust it. You can't manipulate it. You can't determine. You don't trust it. And then had a nerve to run around using the name of Jesus and walking in fear. Oh, I'm on somebody's front porch knocking on their door right now. And see, you got a lot of these so-called Christians scared as all get out and got the nerve to be talking about Jesus and scared. And man, in fact, let me show you what my Bible. This what my Bible say. Hold on, I'm gonna show you what my Bible say. This is Proverbs chapter 91. I'm gonna start at verse 7. 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. What you scared of? What you scared of? What you scared of? I went. I had. Hold on, let me show you. Man, I had. These were. This how bad I ran my wheels in the ground on my cart. Okay, it got so I couldn't even push it no more. I had to pull it in order to get where I'm going. And I went at first, I was gonna go and buy a brand new cart, and they didn't have any. Didn't have any. And my intuition said, go back over in the wheel section again and take a look. Now, look, there's a wheel that come on this right here. And I never noticed that it had a bolt that you can take it off. And I said, wait a minute, I think this is the size wheel I need. And I bought 2 of these and paid half of what I was gonna pay if I had went and bought a new cart. And all I needed was wheels. All I needed to do was replace the wheels. And I was going to buy a new cart. And they didn't have any. Because surely, if it was some up in there, man, I'd have said, and that would have been $125 I didn't have to spend. That was gonna be some money that was going against my debit. And that's what that was going against. So, and I said, thank you, Lord. And ended up having enough money to pay for what I needed without reaching into my account, going further back in the red. I was doing good there for a minute. Well, I'll be back straight. I'll be back straight. I'll be back straight soon. I'm telling you, man, don't second guess your intuition. Learn that voice. When it tells you to move, move. When it tells you to go, go. Stop. Learn it. And sometimes you gonna make mistakes. I remember maybe a couple weeks ago. I was looked at my account and it said I had $333 in it. And I showed it to my daughter. I said, man, something been going wrong with my account here. Look at what it's telling me now I got. And my intuition told me then, play that number. And I talked myself out of it. Oh man, I've been playing numbers ain't coming out. And guess what come out? Triple threes. And then the correct amount in my account appeared back on my phone. That happened to me. So I'm telling you, when your intuition don't question it. Because 9 times out of 10, man, you'll end up regretting it. And see, and here's the thing. That voice ain't gonna come back and hound you to keep trying to make you listen. If you don't want to listen, it'll go to somebody else. That idea go to somebody else. That's why you need to condition yourself to when an idea come to you, man, that thing want to be touched. It want to be caressed. It want to be squeezed. It wants some attention. And if it's for you, you going to know the feeling, man, this is for me. If it ain't for you, it's going to fall like a brick. That's something for you to pass on. But when an idea comes to you, when it hits you, man, bam, you're gonna feel it in your soul. And it all determines how you deal with it. Okay? Stop being afraid, man. And see, and right now, we in a period where positive energy now is taking over where a lot of negative energy was king. See, negativity, man, people got away with negativity. Good example. Look at all them years. P. Diddy been doing the stuff that he's doing, and now all of a sudden, he got to pay the piper. He got to pay the piper. A lot of stuff coming, a lot of secrets that have been that people have been thinking they didn't hear it. Gonna be, oh man, that stuff is coming to light. It's coming to light. And a lot of people gonna be shocked. That's why I'm saying, man, be careful. I don't care what you're doing. Somebody know. Let me say that again. I don't care what you're doing. Somebody else know. You can't do stuff in no vacuum where ain't nobody gonna know but you. No, somebody else know. Somebody else know. No, regardless of what, even if you're an alcoholic, you're gonna have to frequent a liquor store somewhere. Somebody gonna know, man, that you got a problem. Because you're in here every day getting the same thing. Every day. Somebody know. Okay? Somebody know. So anyway, yeah, 30 minutes is good. Listen to your ideas, man. Otherwise, you end up like this little dick up in here. All you can take his name and spell nigga. That's as far as his creativity can go. And that's what's gonna come. And see that you done put that in the atmosphere now. See, you putting it in, you done put it in the atmosphere now. What you think gonna come back to you? Negativity. That's why I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. Because that's the negative energy that's coming back to you, buddy. That negative ain't gonna do it, won't hurt me. You don't call it, what you think calling me a nigga gonna do to me? How you think? I mean, I'm 71 years young. You don't think I've heard that before? From Alabama. You don't think I done heard that before? You know, I mean, now you catch me on the right day, I might cuss you out. Let me say that again. You catch me on the right day, I might cuss you out. But today, I can laugh at your stupid ass. Because you're stupid. Because that's as creative as you can be right there. That's as creative as your little mind, little dick energy. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to see some little dick energy? There it is right there. That's some little dick energy. You're on the wrong playground, boy. This ain't the little dick playground. I don't know what you doing up in here. Yeah. But anyway, listen to your intuition, man. Okay? Pay attention. Don't let your fear talk you out of your ideas. Because you learn from your mistakes if you're paying attention. That's how you grow. You learn from your mistakes. And if you never learn from your mistakes, you'll always keep repeating them. But when you learn from them, you don't. So you know not to go down that road again. And a lot of people are afraid to make mistakes, which means they ain't gonna learn nothing. They stagnant. They gonna be just like this little dick right here. That's as creative as they can be. It's something negative. You know, imagine, man. That's all you can create is something negative. See, I thank you, Lord, for just using that as an object lesson. This is what I'm telling you. Okay? See, God didn't tell him to do that. God wouldn't tell you to do nothing like that. All right? When you be that, I mean, just as creative. Look, creative. Put his name and guarantee you, I bet you this is one of them people that just created. Let me see. Let me see. Go to channel. Let's see. John Stevens joined July 16, 2024. So this is one of his burner account. July the 26th, 2024, when he joined. Okay, that's what, 2-3 months ago? That's nothing but a troll. And that's somebody that's all they got to do that's the kind of negative energy you put out. What you think you're going to get back? How you think you're going to get something positive back out of that? And like that ain't going to have it don't have no impact on me. I feel sorry for you. What's going on? What's going on, David? How you doing, man? Thank you for joining me. But no, man, learn that and see when you start embracing your intuition, you're gonna know the voice. You'll know the voice because you'll start following the voice that tell you to do something and it worked. That's the one you follow, the right one that's positive. If it tell you to do something positive, you stick with it. Stick with it. Because you can't plant a seed in the ground and expect to see the results the next day. Man, that seed got to germinate. It's got to die. It's got to do a whole lot of things before you start seeing some results. And depending of what kind of soil, which is your attitude, that you plant that seed in, is going to determine what you're going to get back. And see, and the Bible say, as above, so below. And right now, man, them stars doing some crazy things up there. I mean, them stars are doing some crazy things up there right now. And you can feel a shift in the, every day. I used to, when I would get on the bus and the subway, if I had one person to say something to me about my sign, I had 100. And now, before I even get to the White House, I got at least 5, 6, or 7 people commenting about that sign, how much they agree with it. I'm telling you, man, I'm on to something. I'm telling you. Matthew 11:15. Let's see what you got here, man. Let's see what you got. Matthew 11:15. Let me see here. Where we at? Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, all right. Let me go back to 11. Assuredly, I say to you, among those born of women, that there was not risen one greater than John the Baptist. But he who is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist up until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if you are willing to receive it, he is Elijah who is to come. He who have ears, let him hear. But to what shall I liken this generation? It is like children sitting in the marketplace and calling out their companions and saying, we played the flute for you, you did not dance, we mourned for you, and you did not lament. See, here's the problem. Because so many people are guided by fear. A lot of things, a lot of blessings they gonna miss because they're scared. They don't want to try. You know, and see, and God had to check me about this. Man, that's gonna be a whole lot of people that have had a chance to be a blessing to me and chose not to. And then when they hear my story, it's gonna be too late. They ain't gonna get that chance again. And they might have missed. I got, man, as many times as I started playing a national anthem and somebody walk up to me and say, hey, man, that's my national anthem. And don't realize, man, this is a divine moment. If I'm walking up and my national anthem being played, that can't be nothing but God. And most folk miss that divine moment. Ignore it. And keep going. And I have to remind myself, man, don't get weary in well doing. Because somewhere along the way, God gonna come along and have somebody bless me. And all I got to do is just keep putting out. Sometimes it hurt, man. I mean, it really does. Yeah. Okay. But see, David, here's the thing, man. Because most folk haven't disciplined themselves, they don't know what voice to listen to. Because they operate too much in fear. Matter of fact, when the voice tells, and one thing that something told me, that was God. How many times, man, something told me to do this? How many times you done said that? That's your intuition, and you didn't listen. And oops, I'm sorry, it's too late, because it's gone. The opportunity is gone. And 9 times out of 10 ain't coming back. Stop talking yourself out of your eye. And see, and a lot of y'all tell the wrong people what you got to do. You know, I got people right now still bullying and laughing about my dinnerware idea. I got people right now still laughing and bullying me and talking about me because I created a dinnerware line and I haven't produced it yet. But it's ready to go. It's ready to go. Only thing it's missing is money. So when some money comes, man, the idea, it's gone. And out of it, gonna grow other ideas. I'm gonna grow, it's other, see, and that's the thing about, if your idea is not growing in your head, it's dead. Let me say that again. If your idea is not growing in your head, it's dead. What do you mean, Truth Conductor? How my idea gonna grow in your head? You're gonna start seeing different phases of it. You're gonna start seeing different ways to express it. When it start growing, and those ideas don't have any direct time. They come when they want to. You can be trying to go to sleep, man. Idea come to your mind. Your idea is growing. It's growing in your mind. That's how you know an idea for you. You start seeing different expressions of it. That means it's growing. And most of y'all get scared when you start seeing different expressions of your ideas, because first thing you're going to panic, man, how am I going to do that? Where am I going to get the money from? See, because now you're questioning. Now you, instead of embracing it and let whatever comes, come. Let it come. Because if it's for you, it's going to be, I don't care how long it take you, it's going to be there. It'll be right there. It sure will. And can't nobody steal it. Because they don't have a relationship with it. You got a relationship with it. That's why pay attention to, man, I don't care how stupid your thoughts are. Your thoughts tell you stay at home, stay at home. Hey, man, I ain't feel like going out today. Because my intuition say stay home. You don't know what you miss about not being out on the road or what missed you. Okay? And sometimes you might turn on the news and see a bad accident on the very route that you would have been around the time you was going, but you followed your intuition and you stayed home. So don't question it. Whatever it tell you to do, do it. Do it. And you'll thank me later. You'll definitely thank me later. All right? All right, man. I hope y'all get something out of this. Okay? I hope you do. But don't let fear talk you out of your idea. Don't let fear discourage you. Don't wait. See, you're only going to learn from the mistakes you make if you're paying attention. If you're paying attention, you're going to learn from the mistakes you make. That's how you grow. Learning from your mistakes. And most of y'all so afraid to get out and stick your toe in the water, you don't even want to try. You count yourself out before you even give yourself a chance. Let me say that again. You count yourself out even before you give yourself a chance. Okay? Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Still got to pay for it, though. I still got to pay for it. I ain't paid for it yet, but I'm working on it. I am working on it. Yes, I am. I am. I'm working on it, buddy. Listen, I'm telling y'all something, man. It's something getting ready to break. I'm telling you, something is about to break. Good. I ain't talking about nothing bad. I'm talking about something good. It's about to break. Because the atmosphere is different now. Rarely would I have people to before I got off the bus this morning. I got off the bus. This white lady said, I was reading. She said, "Is that a donation bucket?" I said, "Yeah, it is." She said, "Yeah, I just read your sign, man. Here's $1." I said, "You the first person to give me some money today. Very first. May there be many more after you." And rarely do I get people say, "Man, I can support. I'll support this idea. I'll support it." And all I got to do, man, is not give up and keep a positive attitude. Because some gonna give, some gonna get, something given, some done gave, some done gave already. And see, adversity guards the door to success. Let me say that again. Adversity guards the door to success. When your life is going crazy and things are happening, ain't that the devil is messing? Man, you close to the door of success. And most of y'all don't want to stop and take a look at where you are. So you don't stop and take a look like, how far have I come? Because you've been too busy grinding. And you haven't taken looks like, wow, man, I produced all this. Something ain't working, man. Let me create something else. Yeah, God, yeah. He gave me the smile. I'm gonna upgrade too. I'm gonna upgrade this smile. I am. I'm gonna upgrade. Shoot, I'm be looking like new money. I'm gonna have me a silk suit, silk hat, silk everything. Looking like new money, buddy. I'm telling you. I'm gonna be in demand. I'm gonna be in demand, man. With all the craziness that's going on now, I don't know why I'm not in schools talking to a lot of these young kids. See that, because that's where we're gonna have to start. We're going to start with these old knuckleheads my age. They lost cause now. Them the ones that's got to do the 40 years in the wilderness. Them old heads, they gonna have to die out. So we need to start dealing with the youth. Okay, we got to start dealing with them. And notice sin start with the young. See, they start now mentally trying to prepare these young kids for all this perverted lifestyles they live in. Okay, so we got to start with the young. Okay. Oh yeah, the football team. Yeah, I love to do that, man. I love to go back into schools. I love to go back into schools and talk to some of these young kids. I really would. I really would. You put your home up for sale. Well, hey man, what you sad about? It ain't foreclosed. Okay, you gonna get something. Don't see. Here's another thing. Here's another thing. That's an expansion right there. Now you got to dip off into your creativity, Tim. Okay, you know how you got it. Can't nobody take away your knowledge of how you got it. And God got something better for you. You might have to. So don't be sweating. Just say, "Hey man, I'm ready for the next challenge because I gotta win." Okay, you gotta win. You gotta win, man. Don't be mad because and you don't know the full impact of what's gonna happen during the sale. You don't know who you're gonna meet. Okay? Well, listen, man. Listen. Listen to what you're telling yourself. What you can't do, you got in it. You figured out how to get it, so you can figure out how to get another one. And seeing this goes back here again, and probably the idea to solve your problem then came to you, Tim, and you dismissed it because you couldn't understand it. And your idea, man, if that house is for you to keep, don't count it out. Don't count it out. Okay? Okay, don't count yourself out. Cause you don't shit. By tomorrow at the end of the week, you could be a millionaire, man. You don't know. But you don't count yourself out. You done gave up. You done threw the towel in. and you ain't even giving yourself the benefit of the doubt. It's what I'm talking about. See, that's what fear will do to you, Tim. Okay? Will make you start second guessing and doubting. But you got to push that stuff aside, man, and say, man, whatever the situation, it's gonna work out in my favor. When 2 days before my 70th birthday, I was evicted from my apartment. 2 days before my 70th birthday, I was evicted. The guy that came to clean out my house to help me get all of the stuff out my house ended up giving me $100. The lady that lived across the street said, I said, man, I gotta go. She gave me $100. And the guy told me, he said, yeah. So don't count yourself out, man. It's about the process. You gonna learn. And seeing sometimes when you fall, you're gonna fall on your feet. Man, I could have, my car could have caught me. or the park could have caught me. Outside could have caught me. I got caught by a hotel. You know, I struggled when I first got in here. Yes, I did. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for this guy Everett Overton, I wouldn't be in here. I wouldn't be here. That brother sent me some money. I ain't know him from Adam. Him, Bernie, Laura, Steve, and man, I'm the 5 people that I can name right now that have consistently sown money into my life. And I'm still here. So don't count yourself out, man. You don't know what blessing might be around the corner from you. Keep your heart open, man. Stop looking at the bad part and say, man, this gotta work out, gotta be the answer. It's an answer somewhere, but you ain't been looking for it. Because you're too consumed with your pride. Okay? All right? You consumed with your pride and how you gonna look. And what people think. And them very people that you worried about what they gonna think about you, they ain't gonna help you anyway. So why are you worried about them? Because if they was gonna help you, you wouldn't be in the situation you in. But you worried about what they gonna think. And they ain't gonna help you anyway. So why give them any energy? You can't, and see, and the people, all them people that want to laugh at you and talk, it could happen to them too. Same thing can happen to them. Okay? Same thing, man. Stop looking at the bleak side of it. Man, it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. It'll work out. I went and let me see. Today is the 24th. Sunday. The 22nd was Sunday, I think. Hold on, I tell you. Yeah, Sunday the 22nd. I went to make a deposit in the bank, and the bank I normally frequent, they wouldn't accept any money. So I had to go to a new branch. And in this branch, you're welcome, Tim. In this branch, you couldn't put no more than 30 bills in the ATM. The one I frequent, you can put 100 in there. So anyway, I go in and I just pull off some of them. I didn't count them. I just peeled some money out, put it in, and it got stuck. Now I know how much money I was gonna put in, so I count what I had left, and I was like, man, y'all got my money, and I need this money, and couldn't pay my hotel bill. And I went to the guy and said, look, man, I said, so that you won't think I'm lying, here's a dispute claim. I had to dispute, show you that I'll get you your money. Man, go, no problem. No problem. I could have panicked. Oh, they gonna be knocking on my door. Because they will knock on your door quick, fast, and in a hurry. And all things work together for them who love God and who are called according to his purpose. That's Romans 8:28. All things work together. All things work together, man. But see, when you in your head, you trying to see the solution. You trying to see God. Ain't no telling how God gonna bless you, man. I remember maybe about a month ago, they shut down the park. They had something going. The world They had this big meeting, international meeting in D.C., and they had the fence around the park, and shut the park down, and I mean it was crazy. And then I sat there and I said, you know what? I said, man, let me go home because this just getting on my nerves. And I'm walking back to the subway, and this little young white boy said, "Hey, Don." And I turned around and looked, and he said, "How you doing?" I said, "Man, I'm doing good." "Oh yeah, 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 yeah." I said, I'm doing pretty good." He said, "Man, I took your tour and it changed my life." He said, "You doing okay?" He said, "You doing this now?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Wait a minute," reaching. He said, "Here's $20. Here, let me give you this. But me and my girlfriend, we gonna take your tour. Cause your tour changed my life." Now I was feeling down and discouraged. But yet, when I'm on my way, God said, "No, no, I got you. I got you. Just keep doing what I tell you to do, and it's gonna work out." And the only thing I can tell you, Tim, is man, start listening to your intuition. Stop dismissing. Get out your head, man. Cause that worry and that all that stuff, that's designed to keep you stuck. That's all that's designed to do, to keep you stuck in one place. Trying to determine how things are. It ain't for you to figure out how it's gonna work out. Your job is to believe it's gonna work out. And that's where the rubber meets the road, Tim. When you start believing against all odds, okay? You got to believe against all odds, man, that it's gonna work out. Man, I told you, dude, I've been married 5 years. I've been married 5.5 years. And June the 14th of 2019 was when my wife went back to the Philippines. We didn't see the pandemic coming. Me, she overstayed her visa, and go back, and I'll come get you. Okay, this was my attitude. Go back, and I'm gonna come get you. All right, didn't see the pandemic coming, and it's been 5 years since I've seen my wife. 5 years. Man, I just put my head down and trying to make something work. Okay, that's the only thing I can do. Man, put my head down. Let me make one of these ideas work. Okay? Okay. If that's the way you feel, I mean, hey. Um, oh, this is Hebrews. "Let brotherly love continue. Do not forget to entertain strangers, for by doing some have unwittingly entertained angels unaware." See, that's what the Bible say. Be careful how you what's going on, Dwayne? But be careful how you entertain. See, the very person that you might think is homeless. See, and that's why you got to pay attention to the people that cross your path on a daily basis. Out of all the people around, why our paths cross at this time, at this place? See, you got to pay attention to that. You got to be sensitive to that. And see, and a lot of y'all have seen people who you have thought was homeless, and they were actual angels. and you missed the blessing because you were scared. Okay? Because you were scared. So you didn't want to get involved. You didn't want to know too much. But it don't take much. Man, here, let me have lunch on me today. You ain't got to stop. You ain't got to entertain a conversation. Here, man, have lunch on me today. See, you say all money that come into your hands ain't for you. Some money you're gonna have to put aside for somebody else. And you got to know the difference. It's just like that. You got to know the difference. See, but most of y'all, because of the circumstance that you might see yourself in, you keep a closed hand. You trying to get everything you got. Your fist is always balled up. God can't bless a closed hand. God can only bless somebody that's giving. God can only bless. That's the only way he gonna bless you. Man, you got to give in order to receive. But you got so many people looking for something for nothing. Okay? So, that's the way I see it. So I'm sensitive to when I like I had to tell one young lady about 3, 4, 5 days ago, walked up to me, can I ask you something? Right then. And that's another thing. Listen, let me tell you something. You want to avoid some drama? When somebody walk up to you and say, can I ask you something? Your best response is no. Because some drama getting ready to come. So anyway, this girl, she wanted some money. And I had just got a $5 bill in my pocket. And when it's kind of windy, when I got out, the money blew out my hand. And she went and chased it. And came back and said, here's the $5. I said, look, next time don't ask me for nothing. If God want me to give it to you, I'll give it. All you got to do is be in my presence. And I'm going to bless you. And then she gets an attitude. Okay? And I said, well, give me my money back. Man, that girl hauled ass. And she hauled ass with that $5. But that's the way it is. If God want me to give you something, man, when I see you, God gonna tell me, bless them with this. Bless them with that. I got a hot dog man that sit at 17th and Pennsylvania Avenue. And at least 2 or 3 times a week, I give him money for a meal to give away. Here's $7, man, to get you 2 hot dogs, a chip, and a soda. I said, here's $7, man, feed somebody. And that's what I do. And so consequently, I have to keep in mind that, man, God gonna bless me. All I got to do is keep doing what I'm doing and keep my heart right. See, I can't get out here and be screwing out of both legs. Well, yeah, what's your question, Dwayne? What's your question? I can't get out here and be screwing out of both legs and think God gonna bless me, bless my marriage, and I can't even be faithful. But I want him to bless my marriage. And I can't be faithful? Come on, man. God don't play like that. God ain't gonna do no. And see, and it ain't nothing. And once you get some money, see everybody and their mama. But true conductor. Hey, truth conductor, no, treat me, when I get some money, treat me the same way you did when I was broke, and we'll get along just fine. Okay? What's your question, man? What's your question? You must be gone. Okay. Anyway, don't be scared of your ideas. Okay? Stop being afraid. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out in your favor. Man, if you're a good person, it's gonna work out in your favor. And even when it's what you think is bad, it's not gonna be as harsh for you as it. I when I first came into this hotel, I mean, I was struggling. And I had days where, I'm paying day to day. And I remember one day, man, I was like, oh man, I just got to pack up and go. Okay, and I'm coming to my room and I'm packing up because I'm getting ready to go. And the manager, Desh, was the manager. He said, man, let me see how I can help this guy. And some kind of way, I had paid for an extra night and didn't know it. And he went through and he was looking, he said, man, you done already paid for the day. It's already paid for. And that gave me a chance to get back out and go and get some money so that I can continue. See, sometimes when you going through some things, you ain't gonna land solid on your feet. You're gonna be wobbly. You gonna be dazed sometimes. You got to get your bearing because this is something new. See, so sometimes you disoriented. You gotta get focused, but you can't panic. And the mistake most folk just like Tim, panic. And when you panic, you ain't gonna see positive. You're only gonna see negative. When you panic, let me say that again. When you panic, you ain't gonna see positive. Man, your mind is gonna be flooded with every negative thought that can get in. That's all that's gonna be bombarding you is negativity when you panic. That's why you gotta keep your wits about you. All right? All right, y'all. That's enough for me. Man, I'm out. Thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate everybody. All right. Acts. Okay, hold on. Let me see here. Okay. And it shall come to pass in the last days, says God, that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your young men shall see visions. Your old men shall dream dreams. And on my men servants and on my maid servants, I will pour out my spirit in those days, and they shall prophesy. I shall show wonders in heaven above and signs in the earth beneath. Listen to this, y'all. I shall show wonders in the heavens above and signs in the earth beneath. Okay, see, the world has not seen the wealth of God on a person's life. Let me say that again. See, all this talk about these white boys that talk about they the richest, they ain't the richest in the world. You ain't seen God's wealth yet. The earth has not seen God's wealth yet in this generation. And see, and the Bible say the wealth of the sinners is going to be laid up for the just. Before Jesus come back, the wealth of the sinners is going to be laid up for the just. All right? And see, and that's going to take an idea for you to come across that you're going to implement, and it's going to take you to some places all over the world because you follow your idea. And the thing about an idea, you don't know when it's going to manifest. You don't know how it's going to manifest. Okay? All right? You don't know how. Your job is to believe. Matter of fact, let me read this here and then I'm going. Hold on a second. I should know this one. Let's see. It's either Matthew or Mark. Okay, that's not it. Okay, I think this is it. Here we go. Let me read this story to y'all, and this will give you an example about. No, you didn't ask a tough question. No. Do you have to be a Trinitarian to be saved? Let me see what this is. You asking me? Hold on a second. I think I know what you're talking about, but it's always good to look up a definition. All right, let's see what the definition is. All right, relating to... No. See, man, listen. You reap what you sow. You see, you got a lot of people that are focused on the fire and brimstone, yet they don't have any kind of relationship with their fellow man. See, it's all about your relationship with your fellow man. That's going to dictate what you do and do not do. See, that's a lot of people hung up on this and that. No, man, just be right by people. Be right by people. Be right by yourself. Say what you mean what you say. Try to live a righteous lifestyle. You ain't perfect. I called a bank this morning and was inquiring about my deposit. And the guy said, well, if you had went into the branch, they could have solved that right then and there. And I'm like, well, why didn't the lady tell me? She told me she was going to expedite this process herself. And this guy's like, sir, this might take up to 10 days for you to get your money. And I need my money. You see what I'm saying? I need this money. And I'm like, I ain't a happy camper. So I just hung up. I mean, I was upset. Then when I get to the White House, this little white boy walked by me, turn that shit down. It's too loud. What? You heard me. Turn that shit down. It's too loud. I did him just like this. I said, F you. Yeah, F you. And so he's like, what you gonna do? You gonna get a charge or something like? So another guy walks by and say, man, I see you all day. I see you every day. I walk by you every day. Don't. I said, first of all, you don't know what I've been through this morning before I got here. I said, but you have to teach people how to treat you. And if he could have came up to me in a respectful way, I would have dealt with him respectfully. But since you want to be ignorant and arrogant, then let me show you. And I ain't got no problem with cussing you out. No. Then he gonna say, but your signs say, stop hating. I said, this ain't hate. I ain't hating him. I'm teaching him how I want to be treated. You interpreted it as hate. It ain't hate. I'm teaching him how I want to be treated. And see, and that's what a lot of people gonna do. They gonna look at things through their definition of what they see. And it might not necessarily be what the situation is. All right? There you go. All right? So, man, y'all enjoy yourself. Have a good day. Keep up with your dreams, man. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Don't be afraid. That's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to be better. Learning from your mistakes. And if you don't want to make a mistake, you don't want to learn. Let me say that again. If you don't want to make a mistake, you ain't trying to learn nothing. You playing it safe. And how is that working out for you? That's not a deflect, brother. I don't have time for games, man. Don't have time for it. I gave you what my opinion was. If it don't fit the narrative do you want, then that's it. That's just that simple. Ain't no deflection. Shit, it don't, one way or the other. It don't matter to me. How you living ain't gonna impact me. It's only gonna impact you. So how is it? What's the purpose of me deflecting when you the one that's got to you got to determine how you living, not me. That's on you, because it's how you live that you gonna have to account for. Okay. All right. I see y'all, man. I'm out.